Hey, it's Miguel from Singing Tree Flutes. I just want to do a quick tutorial on how to approach your handpan when you first get one if you're a new handpan player. Okay, your handpan could have anywhere from 8 notes to 10 notes, 11 or 12, all on the top alone. And then if you're getting fancy, you could have up to, 6 or 8 notes on the bottom as well. Most of the ones that I carry will have all the notes on the top. Sometimes I get like 3 on the bottom just to extend the scale. This one here is a Celtic minor, a D Celtic minor. I would say the D curd is one of the most popular handpans. The D Celtic minor just takes 1/2 step note out of the scale, which makes it so it's a very easy scale to approach. It gives it a little bit brighter and more angelic kind of sound, and all the notes that are next to each other harmonize with each other, so you can hit like 2 notes at the same time all the way around it. It makes it a really nice, easy handpan to approach without, feeling like, ooh, that's weird. And some people might appreciate the challenge or the little rub of some of the 1/2 step notes, or say a Hijaz scale handpan that it takes a little bit more thought to approach. These are such easy, these Celtic minor ones, to approach melodically. There's really nothing you can do, with your hands rhythmically that's going to sound off if you do it in any particular order. But the first and the most important thing is how to strike the handpan. That's really what this video is about. You get these handpans, and they're a really simple instrument as far as notes are concerned, but as far as a percussion instrument is concerned, you actually need quite a bit of precision and technique to get the right sound out of it. It's pretty simple, but if you don't have that experience, it might take a little bit. So we have the ding here. That's the one that's convex, right? You get that nice ring out of there. And then usually all the rest of the notes are concave like that, these indents. The larger notes always tend to resonate more easily, but if it's a good handpan, all the notes should resonate just fine. Do this right here. Okay, and so first thing you want to know is which fingers to use, right? And like I said, the big ones are going to resonate more. Some people have problems getting a good resonance out of the top notes. So step 1, face the big notes towards your belly, because of the positioning of it. It's a little bit harder to get a good tone out of the small ones when it's at your belly if you're a beginner, right? So if I'm here playing, say, with my thumb, kind of muffled just because of how I'm able to hit it. But if I'm here, I can get a nice kind of whip on my finger. Boing. Okay, and so you're going to use your thumb, either the side of your thumb like this, use only their thumbs, which gives it this nice rich sound. Sometimes the fingers, like you can hear my fingers, I hear a little bit more slap than I potentially like, but a lot of that has to do with precision, right? And so where you want to strike, you're either using your side of your thumb or your pointer fingers. Let's start there. You can try other fingers, but it's 1 finger at a time, okay? Thumb, sideways. I'm not that good with my left thumb, so I use my pointer on my left and my thumb here, and as I move around, I move to my pointer fingers. So just figure out what's comfortable there, but try only 1 finger. Okay, and so thumbs, pointers, where to hit it, okay, that's important. You got the dimple, okay? And again, these smaller ones, you really have to be precise. If you hit that big note pretty much anywhere in that tone field, it's going to sound pretty nice. But where I would practice is the ridge of the dimple, the ridge of the dimple. This is the dimple, the center. That little ridge right on the outer edge is going to be the spot that you're going to get the richest, most resonant tone. Hear that? Okay. And so that's the most important thing. Really practice that. The last thing I'll say about your first approach, a lot of people have kind of sticky fingers, I'll call it, or magnetic fingers, where they don't get a good release. And so they're not realizing it, but they're actually muffling the note before they even lift it up, so they don't get that sustain that they're looking for. They're going and like, oh, that doesn't sound right. I mean, I can almost barely not mimic what I see other people do, but it's more of a stick to it, you know? And they go like this, and I say, oh, you got to do a quicker release. And then they go, I'm like, you know, and they're actually muffling the tone. So you really have to practice getting a precise, but really loose hands, you know, really loose hands. You really want to be loose with that. It doesn't mean you have to hit harder. I have a kind of a whip to it, but it's not really hard. You don't want to overstrike your handpan because you could potentially throw it out of tune. So the approach is, you know, soft to medium. You know, you don't want to hit it like you're hitting a djembe because you're going to throw that thing out of tune. But if you can get that good release and a kind of a little whip off of there, you're going to get a nice tone. And the small ones, again, are more difficult, but if you hit them appropriately, they're really going to ring out. And you can see how you can do these different techniques. You see how I did that? So I might go. So that'd be a more advanced lesson. For now, I just want to show a quick video of how to get the appropriate sounds. So those are the main things. If you're not sure, if you're like, I'm trying to do what he says, I know I'm doing what he says, but you're still not getting the sound you want, I'm gonna guess it's the sticky finger. You wanna know how you can test that? Find yourself a mallet, okay? Rubber mallets are really sweet. Don't overstrike your handpan, okay? Don't overstrike your handpan. If you hit it with a mallet too hard, you could throw a note out of tune. But this one is a little felt mallet. These would work really nice. You could also use rubber. Rubber's gonna be a little bit more aggressive, but they both should have a really pure tone. And what this will do is this has a natural bounce. So if you strike with it, it's just going to bounce off on its own. And that will tell you if it's you or the handpan that's the problem, okay? If you have a mallet that you can do. See what I'm saying? And that'll tell you if you're like trying to play with your hands and you're really getting that, what's going on? I'm not getting the sound I want. That is a good telltale way to see if you need to work on your technique, okay? So try that out. I hope this helps you start. I'll just play a little bit. You can kind of watch my fingers, but really it's all about precision. Things like the tongue drums or the rap drums like we have right here. They take less technique. They have a beautiful sound, but they're going to take less precision and technique. Really skilled handpan players, it's amazing what they can do. But you can get the harmonics. There's a lot that you can do, and I just want to just hope that you guys can get your first beautiful tones out of that, and then from there you can just practice what patternings that you want to do. There's YouTube videos on there of the different patternings, but first it's that technique that you want to get to make sure you're getting the notes to resonate in the way that you can. So I hope that this video helps. I'm just going to play a little bit. You can watch and see if that helps as well. Otherwise, have yourself a great day.